The universe is vast. It stretches beyond our wildest imaginings. But did you know there's another universe, one that lies within each of us? This is the universe of our mind, and thinking deeply is our personal spaceship. It allows us to explore not just facts we learn, but how those facts connect to form grander ideas. This journey of thought is truly amazing. It's a fundamental human ability, a gift of our evolution. We should all try to use it more often every single day. It helps us understand our place in the cosmos. Many people seem to float through their lives. They accept information without much question, like asteroids drifting aimlessly through the void of space. They don't often stop to question their trajectory or the forces acting upon them, but critical thinking is different. It's like having your own advanced navigation system. You get to choose your course through the information universe. You carefully examine all the incoming data streams. You decide what is signal and what is noise. This active engagement is key. This incredible power isn't reserved for a select few. It is not some mystical gift bestowed upon geniuses. Critical thinking is, at its heart, a skill. And like any skill, you can learn it. You can practice it and get better. Think of learning to ride a bicycle or mastering a musical instrument. It takes dedicated effort. Yes, there's no shortcut. But the rewards for developing this mental toolkit are cosmic. They can reshape how you see everything, from your daily life to the grand sweep of existence. So, what exactly goes on inside such a mind? How does a critical thinker process the stardust of information? How do they sift through the cosmic debris of daily experience? We are about to embark on a fascinating journey. A journey into the very core of the critical thinker's process. We will explore its defining features. We will examine the powerful tools it employs. And together, we will come to understand its profound power and why it matters so much in our modern world. First, let's talk about curiosity. A burning, unyielding curiosity is fundamental. Critical thinkers are much like cosmic explorers. They are always asking why and what if and how do we know that? They don't just see a star shining in the night sky. They wonder about its nuclear fusion. They ponder its life cycle, its distance, its composition. They don't just hear a statement made, they instinctively probe its underlying foundation. This insatiable hunger for knowledge is what drives them forward. It constantly illuminates new, unexplored paths of understanding for them. Next in this constellation of traits comes healthy skepticism. This is very important. This isn't about being relentlessly negative or becoming cynical about everything you encounter. It's about not immediately taking things at face value. Think of it as an essential evidence filter for your mind. Does this particular claim truly hold up under careful scrutiny? Are there perhaps other, more plausible explanations? True skepticism demands evidence. It requires support. It acts as a shield, protecting us from the vast asteroid field of misinformation. Objectivity is another key star in their mental sky. Critical thinkers make a conscious effort. They strive to see things as they actually are, not as they might wish them to be or fear them to be. They acknowledge their own inherent biases, those subtle little gravitational pulls in our thinking patterns. These biases can distort our perception of reality. They actively try to step outside of themselves to gain a clearer, less distorted view of the universe of facts. This is an incredibly hard thing to do, but it is vital. And finally, there is intellectual humility. Some of the greatest minds in history knew something important. They understood how little they truly knew in the grand scheme of things. The universe is incomprehensibly vast and human knowledge is finite. Critical thinkers are comfortable saying, "I don't know," or even more powerfully, "I might be wrong about this." This profound openness is what allows them to learn continuously, to adapt their understanding when new, compelling evidence appears. This is a clear sign of intellectual strength, not a weakness. How do critical thinkers actually do it? What are their methods? They have a well-stocked toolkit. Analysis is a primary and indispensable tool. This means systematically breaking down complex information. Imagine a prism splitting a beam of white light into a beautiful rainbow. They separate big, overwhelming ideas into smaller, manageable parts. This makes each component much easier to examine closely, to understand each piece in detail. Before carefully reassembling the whole picture, with much greater clarity and insight. This detailed examination is crucial for deep understanding. Then there's the vital skill of evaluation. This is like being a cosmic detective, sifting through clues. It involves weighing all the available evidence very carefully. Is this particular source of information reliable, like a steady guiding star? Or is it a flickering, untrustworthy signal designed to mislead? Is the logic presented sound and coherent, or is it full of black holes and inconsistencies? Critical thinkers assess the quality and the relevance of information. They don't just passively collect data, they actively appraise its inherent worth and its limitations. Inference is another powerful instrument in their arsenal. This is all about drawing logical conclusions. These conclusions must be based firmly on the evidence gathered and analyzed. It's not about making wild guesses or relying on gut feelings. It's a process of reasoned judgment. Think of how astronomers can infer a distant planet's existence. They do this by observing the subtle wobble of its parent star. Critical thinkers connect the dots in a similar way. They see patterns and implications that others might easily miss. This often leads to new insights and breakthroughs. And all of these tools and processes lead to effective problem solving. Critical thinkers don't just identify problems that arise, they dissect them with precision, understanding their complex roots. Then, they generate a range of potential solutions. They carefully evaluate these proposed solutions against various criteria. And finally, they choose the most logical and effective path forward. It's a systematic, methodical approach to challenges. This applies to everyday puzzles we all face. And it scales up to the grand cosmic challenges confronting humanity. It's a universal problem-solving engine. So, you see, this isn't just for professional scientists or for philosophers cloistered away in ivory towers. Critical thinking is a skill that illuminates everyday life for everyone. Think about making a significant purchase. Perhaps you're buying a new phone or even a car. A critical thinker doesn't just impulsively buy the shiniest, most advertised one. They conduct research, they compare different features, they read reviews from various sources. They analyze their actual needs versus the persuasive marketing hype. This thoughtful process leads to better, more informed decisions. It saves time, money, and future regret. It also helps you navigate the complex modern media landscape. Today, information and a great deal of misinformation travels at light speed. It bombards us from all directions. Critical thinking acts as your personal shield and filter. It helps you to spot fake news and disinformation, to question biased reporting and identify underlying agendas, to understand the persuasive techniques used to sway your opinion. You become a discerning, active consumer of information, not just a passive recipient of whatever content flows your way through various channels. This empowers you greatly. Your communication skills also get a cosmic boost. When you think critically, you first clarify your own thoughts. You organize them logically. This means you can then express them more clearly, more coherently, and often more persuasively to others. You can also listen more effectively to what other people are saying. You learn to understand their underlying assumptions. You can analyze the structure of their arguments. This leads to more productive discussions and collaborations, and it helps to avoid those frustrating misunderstandings that can sometimes feel like colliding worlds. Ultimately, cultivating critical thinking skills is absolutely essential. We live in an incredibly complex, rapidly changing universe. A universe filled with both breathtaking wonders and significant challenges. This powerful skill empowers you as an individual. It helps you to understand the world better, to make smarter, more rational choices in all areas of your life, to contribute meaningfully to your community and to society. It's not just about thinking. It's about thinking well, thinking clearly, thinking deeply. It's about upgrading your own internal operating system for a richer, more examined, and more fulfilling life on this planet.